Thank you for returning to the Tangled Puppet, and for all the new subscribers, thank you too. And if you're new, hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that like on your way in the door. And if you're new, turn that bell on so you can get all the notifications, okay? Archangel Michael, the ancestors, the angels of the highest, widest order, God, we ask that you give us a hedge of protection in this reading, giving us the proper message, clearing out my energy, my situations, my emotions, allowing me to become that proper channel to give you, the collective, the information you need. We ask that you put that hedge of protection around the collective to accept and use their discernment for each message that pertains to them. In your holy name we pray, as above, so below. Okay, so this is a divine feminine reading. And it's interesting. It's interesting. So I pulled some cards earlier, and this is a divine feminine who has been in meditation. And during this meditation, you were connecting to your emotions of certain situations. You could have seen a well. You could have had a dream about a well. This well is pertaining to your willpower. Your intuitions have been guiding you down this journey to see something, to see clearly. And it was about your willpower, your ability to shift, to move the situation from one place to another. Maybe there was parts of you that you were still holding on to. In this Justice card, like, she's bound and everything, but the sword is right here, but her hands are right there. She's blindfolded. She's gonna get this justice, and she knows it from the truth. She could see it with her third eye. Worlds within worlds, you pulled yourself together. You started walking by your truth. You found some inspiration in this meditation that gave you this renewed hope. With the star card here, it's renewed faith, it's integrity, it's wish fulfillment, it's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But this came from your emotions. The insight you got about something shifted out the mind. It was whatever decision you came to in this meditation. Maybe it was a whole lot of emotions that came in. Maybe you started seeing the truth about a whole lot of things in your life, a whole lot of people in your life, and you started pulling your energy back. It's only thoughts, and a thought that can be changed. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care, and I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at the world. I'm willing to change and grow. So you made a decision to change and grow, period. What about this? What else? What about this change with this willpower? The final decision. I'm hearing the final countdown. As I say yes to life, yeah, life says yes to me. Yes, yes, yes. Life mirrors my every thought. As I think my thoughts positive, life brings me only good experiences. So you really, yeah, in the mind with that golden crown, you really had to detoxify your mind, clear out your thoughts. And now you're creating a wonderful new job. So yes, it has something to do with a career transition. That's funny. When I started the reading, I looked over at the bottom of this card and it said career transition. But right here, it's a new job. And it says, I am totally open and willing to receive a wonderful new position using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location, earning good money. So maybe Divine Feminine, if you were thinking about relocating or a new career position, or maybe if you have been offered one, maybe this is your confirmation at this moment that you're on the right path, that the angels, your ancestors, and God is helping push you in this direction to this 10 of Cups, to your wish fulfillment. It's the a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow after all these emotions. It's sunshine after a cloudy day. You have an ancestor that likes to sing, "You Are My Sunshine." Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, that's a lot. I let go of all expectations. My healing's in progress. I'll just move on to a different deck because I'm not going to pick all those up right now. You could feel rushed or like you're pressured to make a decision right now. Show me more about this willpower. Strange encounters. Maybe you had a strange encounter with some animal. Maybe it will. But whatever the strange encounter in your moment was, your moment in life, it allowed you to realize how beautiful life really was and how it's yours to live. And you started seeking for this spiritual and physical sovereignty, declaring your freedom. It was you passing a test. Okay? And this is going to be a test that changes your life. This is going to be an eternity. Like you shifted something out for eternity. Yeah, you're no longer drinking the poison. You do not do things you know that are bad for you anymore. That's part of this willpower that you've got. Yeah, past conditionings are falling away. Those memories no longer define you. So you're probably going to be like, what? Who? Huh? Because it's just, they fell away. It's just not memories that serve you. You're now walking by your truth. If once in your life you weren't walking by your truth, you have changed that part of you, this Divine Feminine I'm picking up on. This is Empress status. You know, you're remembering how powerful you are. That's part of that willpower. You pulled it back. You're getting to know this new you, 1819. It's right in divine order because it's 9 to a 10. You changed quickly. You've got people saying, "My, you changed quickly." Most people do this over like 5-6 years, but you did it quick. They're like, whoa, it was this inspiration that you got from this meditation, from this dream. You found and seen the lesson in something, in the purpose of a situation. Maybe you specifically put intent into a meditation to see the mirror of it, how this situation was mirroring back in your life, how it was affecting your life. And you found the purpose of it, so therefore you could trust in the fact that you learned this lesson, which was able to plunge you forward, you know, like that big whale taking a dive. Woof! That's what you did. You plunged, but you didn't go down. You like went right through this lesson, right through this situation, right through this change, right through this transformation. Yeah, and you're leading the way for others. You're showing them something about their willpower, about how to call back in their own power. You're showing people how it's done, and it's helping others. You're not trying to please everyone anymore, Divine Feminine. What about this worlds within worlds? What was worlds within worlds? Time, it says time. Maybe you're able to time or astral travel, worlds within worlds. You've been worlds within worlds. You've reincarnated lifetime after lifetime. So many times you had to go through something thinking, I'll make it through this again. I can do this. I'll make it through this again. Working through this disbelief, this negative thought pattern. Oh my gosh, I'm always in a rush to this. I know I can make it though. I'll make it through this. I always make it through this step. Worlds within worlds. Always finding yourself stuck in some loop, in some cycle. Worlds within worlds. That's what they're talking about. But having this blind faith, this blind justice, this intuition, this hope, gaining this willpower back, shifted everything out for you. What is this justice card? You started following your own good advice. You started trusting yourself, of course, because if you couldn't trust you, how are you going to trust anybody else? I mean, you're with you 24/7, Divine Feminine. I mean, come on. You got to deal with it. You can't tell you to get out of here. You ain't going nowhere. So you better find, yeah, it's time to talk some sense about that. Like, you had to be like, all right. You started making every moment count. Well, if I'm going to have to deal with you for every moment, I'm going to have to fix you, self. I'm going to have to deal with you over here because I know why you by yourself now, self. Sorry, I cracked myself up. Okay. But all in that magical moment of that conversation with yourself, you started following your own good advice, your intuition. Yeah, you definitely stopped trying to please everyone because everyone didn't have to live your life. Everyone wasn't with you when you fell. Everyone wasn't with you when you rose. Everyone wasn't with you when you were struggling. They wasn't there with you when you were laughing. It was just you. You were the one that was having to answer for this. So you were like, well, I need to be able to please myself, my situations in my life, make my life peaceful because I'm me and self. And who you care for in your direct, immediate families, Divine Feminine, that live under your roof, you're like, this is what I have to deal with. Yeah, I wonder what will happen next. You were ready for the next adventure. It was that pause, that great pause in the mind. Okay, well, if I can put all this energy to all this out here within all these worlds, what if I took all that energy and put it into my world? And you pulled all these worlds within worlds together, created impossible miracles. People were wondering what was going to happen next. They thought you would make some choice that would make you fall, this judgment. Like you would be, yeah. Says everyone's a little different here. That's just what they found out. That didn't mean that you wouldn't make it. You maybe just were a little different, but you grew up. Something about you changed, like I said. It was growing from your experiences. And people started noticing that about you. Yeah, they started looking closely. They started investigating you, your great rise, your new way of thinking, your new way of being, because they're like, pause before action. They're like, well, we know who this person used to be. Like I said, if there was memories that no longer define you, people are noticing that. They're thinking about that too, and they're like, well, we know who this person was, but look at who they are now. How did this work for them? What did they do? Because something must have been done correctly, because we can see that we've been investigating this. We're looking closely. They were fearing maybe you had made a mistake or something, but they're saying that, nah. Laws aren't fair here. You really balance something out. Your scales are balanced. You're never in a jam. Your priorities are in alignment. But that you weren't just saying empty words that weren't going to come to pass. You were actually saying something that was true to these people. And so curiosity meets an opportunity. They're looking closer. They're seeing that you're not managing to be glad. You actually are. You found something in your life that changed something for you, Divine Feminine. Let's see. What about this star energy? You're a rising star. Your energy is like a shooting star. It's fast. It's explosive. Yeah. You can cast away though. You did cast away. Yeah. With the star. All those emotions all those times you felt abandoned, you can cast that away because you're not being cast away this time. You're the rising star, so you better be prepared. There's no longer going to be situations where you're alone. Yeah, you're making new connections. With this, reconsider your alliances and make new connections. You've done that. That's what happened. That's how you're getting this recognition. Yeah, you're realizing you are unlike anyone else. And you're not a victim. That's the big difference. That's what's changing you. That's woof. Change is natural. Change is good. And yes, it can hurt. That's that part of pulling that willpower back. Seeing the truth. Yeah, maybe you have access to your Akashic records, Divine Feminine. But this is an end of sadness for you. No replaying the past anymore. Old self can't come back here, Divine Feminine. No. You really, maybe you did some kind of really deep grieving process for old self. Like a whole death and burial in your mind, physically writing it out. I'm just really done with these parts of me. I put it in this little casket here and I seal it up and I'm done with it. Maybe you took it out there and you just buried that part of you and you just let it go and you're just no longer ever going back to who that was. I see some strong Divine Feminines out here taking the opportunity to really declutter themselves, their lives, who they had become, what they had become, to who they are and what they're becoming. This was some Divine Feminine out here went through the perfect storm that allowed them to grab their willpower and just take it and dive into a deep task intentionally. And me talks. That's what I'm saying. They did something they never did before. They were like, you know what? If I don't ever do this, I'm never going to do this. And now's the time. Boom. And they did something they never thought they could do. And they're still doing it intentionally. But they're diving. This person is diving into this task seriously, intentionally. They're not going to stop until this transformation is done. A lot of many hours in meditation and stillness. But it's working. It's working for this Divine Feminine. Whoever it is transmuting energy at a rapid rate. But it is the right luck, the right timing. Like I said, they're transmuting this energy so fast. It was set up perfectly for them to be able to do this, to rise at this time, to take their great stand, for this possibilities of union for all areas, for this great career, for their love life. Yeah, it's just it's time for them to take a big, bold step forward and walk that talk and live by what they preach. Yeah, and stop disowning themselves. It's time for them to become their new selves. With the new moon here and these new beginnings, they have a sacred contract, and it's time that they balance out their life. It's time to replenish, and that's what this Divine Feminine done, and they are the benefactor now. Benefactor for putting in effort into thy own self. Yes, when they needed direction, they looked inward. They didn't refuse the dream call. They looked inward. They started organizing their life. They surrendered to the call. They didn't refuse it. This winter or the period that they had been on was the gestational period for them to put it all together, to grow, to change. Some people are almost like, they think you're a stranger. They don't think you're the same person. Reconciliations. You're about to come back across somebody that you thought a door was closed on, Divine Feminine, and you're going to see how this person's ego or your ego has been shattered due to this great change. It's the moving out of stagnation. Something's been moved out. Yeah, even in the Divine Matrix, like if it was stagnant inside the side there, it's been moved. It's straddling between these worlds. It's that world within worlds. Something that was stuck within inside you has been moved, transmuted, shifted, changed. And it's allowing you to connect in with a group of people who've been studying, watching. Yeah, these net casters that are able to cast their net out now and realize it. Yeah, just how teachable you actually are. Your growth, they're seeing it. They realize that the universe has your back. It's your partner. It's something about you in this beloved energy. You have radical acceptance from lots of areas. Yes, it's the power of the community. Forgiveness and the revelation. You forgave yourself, so did others. You were forgiven by God, so, yeah. And that's the right use of powers. That's the way that it was supposed to go. You have compassion in your heart, and that's what others know. Freedom. You have unattached from worldly possessions, possessions of knowledge, attaching to ideas, experiences, a name. You detached from everything that didn't serve anything, and you started connecting to your higher power, the Holy Father, your Creator, and you started searching for the truth. You started seeing the truth of your own self, finding the truth and fulfillment of beauty and understanding everything, and then you release it as it comes, it goes. You're drawing it in, you're transmuting it, and you're releasing it. It's bringing freedom to you. It's freedom when it comes from when you're no longer belonging, when your belongings no longer own you, right? So you have freedom from all of that. Nothing worldly serves you or owns you, and you're okay with that. You know that you are connected into the divine realm. You're a portal of light. You stayed true, and you're in your own right power. Your prayers are powerful. They're a petition to God. It's like going to the Supreme Court. It's your creation directly to them. It's like saying, hey, this is what I petition, and you're high ranking, so they're automatically answered or heard. Yeah, it's this initiation. You have an initiation of a higher ranking and authority. You've been through lots of spiritual testings as well, and that's probably how this authority was gained to you. Maybe you were somebody that didn't start out with such high spiritual ranking. Maybe you had to go through a lot of tests and earn it. Observe. Border Patrol is what it says. A great teaching is in watching your mind process and do nothing at all. Yeah, be the stalker of the mind. Watch the thoughts. Passing by with no judgment or no moral compass. The act of meditation and the rest of the warrior spirit is simply to watch. You started watching it. You watch yourself walk right into your destiny. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You walked right in and you realized the teacher was there. It was this divine sisterhood. It's this community with these spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. And so you could have done some work that is calling in your soul tribe now, and you're going to start seeing yourself make these right connections and alliances with people from your soul tribe. Yeah, your life's been restored. It was that great pull of your willpower. You rose from a situation we can't even say was ashes, because it wasn't even ashes. You rose from the water of these emotions. The ocean of emotions. So you're like a water phoenix rising up out of these emotions that really nourished your soul. It's what you needed to water that harvest. Maybe you just are one that's not ever an emotional person. Maybe you let out a good cry. Maybe you just had to get it out of the way, transmute it. Whatever you did perfectly. It was the right use of powers. Yeah, it's something you had been avoiding. You had been keeping your mind closed to. It was fear-based thinking, though. It was run for cover. I don't want to deal with this, is what I hear. With this beehive, yeah, you felt like it was really going to be a lot of hard work or effort to deal with this situation. Like, something you felt like you were probably even going to have to concentrate on. But you overcame it. It was freedom. You broke free. You're in control. Things are working out. They're taking off. You're leaving that part of you behind. It's your internal guidance system. Yeah, it's that intuition. You knew to do something, or how to do it, or the way to do it for you. You done it. Yeah, you played chess correctly, Divine Feminine. And that's these tactics that you used, this master plan. It was your course of action. It was your power play. Balloons. It's you're vibing high now. It's your ascension. It's success, though. It's a higher perspective, and you attain some type of goal. Like I said, it's your independence. It's that freedom, but it could be that career change. It could be a promotion. It could be a new business. But it's something taking off in your life. Yeah, inventor. Maybe you invented something. But it's going to be groundbreaking. It's going to set a lot of trends. But you're a mastermind, Divine Feminine. Something about these gadgets or this creative, groundbreaking development that you came to the conclusion of is going to be a mastermind. 2323. Can look those angel numbers up. This change of state, this opportunity was the perfect opportunity to fix something. Yeah, it was a risk. You rolled the dice. Yeah, I wonder what will happen next. What's happening next? You were brave, you were daring, you were strong. In a situation that was likely to betray, for you just to be betrayed again or entrap you, as a lower vibration. It was optical illusions. It was some hocus pocus with Halloween just passing by over here. It could even have been some sleight of the hands, but you seen what it was. It was arrangement. Yeah. Somebody overindulged when it came to this arrangement. Yeah. And then it was a 50-50. And so you made it through it. You passed through it. Yeah, because the universe carried you through this, Divine Feminine. In one direction, on track, going forward. You kept being flexible. It was your awakening. Yeah. Even in times that you felt powerless, you were still resourceful. It was the multiplication principle for you. And you didn't take the bait. No, you looked at the fine print of something, was like, You didn't assume, but you did deep dive and double check some information as well. Yeah, you scuba dived and You were unhappy about something, actually could have been devastated about something, some self-reflection, and you were like, nah, I don't feel good about this. I need to fix this. And so you started defying gravity and found this balance, self-centered. You centered your inner child. Yeah, you definitely done this in this winter time. Or you done it in a winter time, or it took you about 9 to 12 months to actually heal whatever this was inside of you that you had to deep dive this. Yeah, dead on, yeah. You were very skilled at this. You learned and researched these. You looked beneath the surface. You found the hidden secrets, and that's stimulated you to get everything working in sync, to co-create properly with this team effort. It was, yeah. Yeah, you mastered something, Divine Feminine, and it's carrying you forward into a fresh new start, but it's continuing a legacy, and you did it perfectly. You commanded a presence in your own life with your willpower. It's now you're having nothing but delights in simple things. It's having the resources that you need, the network that you need, the associations that you need. It's a collection of them as well. You're going to be exchanging data with a lot of large influencers, and you could feel like you've been a lone wolf for a while and you're not used to all of this involvement. And sometimes it can make you feel a little vulnerable, or like you want to shut down, or like you're going to be humiliated, or like you're just sacrificing yourself. But you have to let go of that. You have to realize that you're here for the greater good. You're purpose driven. And that's all that matters. The divine is not going to put you into a place where, yeah, they're like, don't sweat the small stuff. Especially when it comes to information just coming in and out. There's many working parts to this. People, connections in the community. There's solutions to this as well. So don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just you honing a skill. It's okay. It's a balancing act. It's exactly what we needed you to do right now. Yeah, because you have spiritual sovereignty. You really reclaimed your power in a challenging situation. Maybe you're a person of fire. But you have many options now. It's your determination. It's a problem resolved. You have self-improvement, though, and achievement in that you are the king of the mountain. Yeah, because all these unresolved issues, you resolved them. Long journey, but it still was accomplished. And that's all that matters. Yeah, maybe you accomplished it this summer. Something to do with a person of water. Maybe you have fire and water highly aspected in your chart, but you're a healer, you're a counselor, you're somebody who restored your soul. Maybe there's a partnership coming up with a fire and water, but it's kind of two of a kind. It's a creative force. It's a spiritual power. It's invincible. It's a coin toss, though. Which way will it go? But, you know, it's the universe bringing this in. It's going to get things going for you. Something about autumn, but that's within 6 to 9 months is what I'm seeing out of that autumn card. And it's going to be longevity for the legacy. Yes, see? Yes. You could be a humanitarian, but you're definitely the benefactor here. It's your innocence, divine feminine, and your growth. That's why you're getting this steady foundation. Something about your rebellious side to break free from these unwanted patterns that were holding you back. This victim mentality, just keeping you out of touch. This tunnel vision. You broke free. You got the clarity you needed. You know your way. You found your map. You know your lay of the land. Yeah, caged bird in reverse. You're no longer caged. Somebody forgot to shut the door on your cage and you flew away. Yeah, checker flag. You done grew up and flew out the coop, huh? Yeah, with excitement. This was a very exciting catalyst for change for you. You could be a masculine energy or dealing with a masculine energy who really give you was the catalyst for this change. Maybe there's somebody that comes in that's like-minded, a committed partner, somebody you're interconnected to. Maybe that's this. Maybe you've been separated from them or disconnected. Maybe you've been disconnected since spring. Something about poor health. Or something was just off, some underlying condition. But there's a recovery coming between that, yeah. This is the pause, the suspense right before it comes together with the wheel of karma here. This is a divine intervention. This is inevitable. It's divine will, yes, for this connection to be healed. It's a strong relationship that's going to have free-flowing love. Happening soon. You could have felt like you were in a maze to this situation. And here in a few days, you're going to get the clarity. To heed the call within a few days. It's the... You might wake up from a dream that answers your questions about a lot of things dealing with this situation very soon. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, somebody could invite you to go fishing or connect up with them, but it's an accomplishment, some type of self-improvement, something I'm capable type of energy. Yeah, it's definitely happening soon. It's this alliance energy. It's this duo. It's this partnership. It's this destination with this pioneer. Something about this connection has something to do with a person of air, but it's somebody who's very calculated. The great mentalist. What about this person of air for the divine feminine? Triumphs over evil, opportunity to overcome. So maybe you've been dealing with a person of air and it's a situation for you to overcome. Yeah, that's the truth here. So, legal matters or something like that. It's been balanced, making amends. It's just not for you. It's a situation that's not for you. Maybe you had a love affair with a person of air, or maybe it's some sexual fulfillment, but it's not for you. It was causing you roadblocks. Yeah, and roadblocks for your family or in your support systems and these kindred spirits. Yeah, it was sealing off your power. It was throwing it out of whack. So the decision's been made about this serious situation. Something to do with the gavel. Yeah, with the no right here, it's not for you. And that's been made known with this microphone. You got the spiritual insight you needed. Yeah, you've seen clearly. Now you're believing in these fairy tales and the impossible. You know that God's bringing something different in for you, but it's that energy of the stories we tell. But you're no longer telling those stories of the past. It'll be your stories of how you overcome something, divine feminine. That'll be the stories we tell. And they'll be like, whoa, you might knock people out of their seats with the stories you got to tell. It's going to be that light that takes many people out of the dark. It's going to be that story that inspires thousands and thousands of people to changing, to pulling their willpower to this graduation, to seeing their mirrored reflection. Yeah, they're gonna be doing this with blind enthusiasm. You're inspiring them to take off with blind enthusiasm. Something about you is very inspirational, or you have a very inspirational story. It's the way that you completely surrendered in your life. Yeah, I told you I'm speaking to a divine feminine, to the feminine principle here. Yeah, somebody that knows true compassion. You've definitely came full circle. And somebody's about to return the favor to you. They've been seeing the one through you. You led them to see the one. Yeah, the community of people has been seeing that. They're seeing how... Oof. They're seeing how this initiation, this ceremony, this process that you've been on to shift out this energy was part of this shamanic journey, this awakening for you. It allowed you to shift out this Black League pattern in your life, the way that the cycle was going. Yeah, it was linear thinking. It was this explosive thinking, like, boom. Exactly. Yeah, you freed your spirit, so... It was that big paradox shift for the future, that mental transformation. Like I said, you done blew your own mind, poof, and gained all of it back. Yeah, and you're able to share these ideas with others now. And you're doing it for humanity. You're being self-disciplined. You're helping other people become self-disciplined and move out of this stubborn energy by showing them the way with good intentions. Angels, any other messages for the Divine Feminine before I close out this reading? Appreciate the beauty of God in your life, because you really are resonating on that same oneness energy. People recognize God in your life. They see grace and truth for you. They see you being gifted with grace in your life by the Creator. They see they're motivated by your purpose. It's this divine partnership that's coming for you. There's a spiritual revelation about you in your new beginning. And this partnership is like everlasting life. It's going to last to the end of your life. It's already written with this Akashic Records here. It's sacred knowledge. It's divine order, though. You just don't even see it coming, Divine Feminine. You don't see it. It's something about your eternal youth, that eternal flame with this divine partnership with this 11 here. It's that aha moment, some spark of curiosity. You're following your heart with the wisdom that you're getting from the divine. And you're getting some spiritual enlightenment. And you're discovering the truth about something. With Archangel Michael coming in here, he's revealing the truth to you about these impossible miracles. About your soul being restored. It's the great revealing about who your actual divine counterpart is. When it comes out, everybody's minds are going to be blown, even yours. I don't even think you realize who the divine actually has prepared for you, Divine Feminine. Yeah, but they're going to make you feel complete. This is going to be ultimate evolution in your life. It's going to be common grounds. It's going to be a shift in your consciousness. It's a peaceful change, though. It's a transformation. It's the metamorphosis that you need. It's October, so you followed your intuition in October. Something about October led up to this alignment for your purpose. You did the healing in October. Maybe you finished the healing in October because it just ended. Yeah, you ended this estrangement, this alignment. You found solutions. It was that violent flame came in and created something out of nothing. It was divine intervention for miracles here. Answered prayers. I'm excited for you. I don't know who you are, but I'm excited for you because I can feel what's coming for you. I can see what's coming for you, and I'm totally, totally excited. When I meditated on this reading, I seen a sunshine and I seen clouds. And right before I sat down, I then seen the sunshine again, and there was no clouds. It was just a beautiful sky. It was just sunshiny days. Like, if you've been sitting around crying and really transmuting this pain, you need to know that God's seen something change in you. He's seen what you did. He knows your heart, and He is moving something for you. He's changing something for you. That's all there is to it. Yeah, it's the right timing. On Saturday, somebody, yeah, you started thinking twice, and so you did something. Yep. On a Saturday, you shifted something. It was instantaneous change in your life. All right. Well, Divine Feminines, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I have some studying to do. I'm taking a test soon, so I need to get back to that. But you have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.